Alrighto, so I basically ask Cursor to build out this shopping cart front end for us, and it immediately came back and say, hey, this looks like a new feature. Do you want to run the bootstrapping? So I basically forgot in my excitement to show you guys all these things to bootstrap this shopping cart feature. It's still front end, but I asked it to then bootstrap it for us, and it went and it created for us a new ADR file, number one. But it did make a mistake there. So the rule worked perfectly for bootstrapping, but in the bootstrapping skill, the numbering sequence was wrong. So instead of 0002, which follows obviously on 0001, which is important, very important in ADR files, it added the ADR in front of it. All right, broken, of course, now our whole system. I pointed that out, and it apologized and went and looked and found that in the skill file itself, the bootstrapping, it mentions that it should have ADR in front of it. It fixed it for us, and then so from now on, the skills file will not do that anymore. So you'll always find these little things happening. You fix it up. All right, so from now on, the sequencing will run fine. It created this file, but let's preview it nicely. I, in the meantime, accepted it, but there's no real structure changes to it, right? So now this is the question. Are we going to allow ADRs to be created even if there are no structure changes, but that when it is a new feature, that it will create an ADR as well? So I was sitting, thinking what to do, and I decided I like this idea of having even no structures, that every time we create a new feature, that we do create an ADR file, simply because there's a decision for a front end and that there's consequences. All right, so remember, we are using ADR files to keep our architecture in line, but it is also a history file so that Cursor will work through to determine things, right? So I've decided, you know what, I'm going to keep it this way. I'm not going to change it. If you want to, you can tell Cursor that only ADR file, if there's a structural change, for example, a database table, a new platform, a new library, is the only times it should create it. It will do it for you, but I'm quite happy. And so we're going to continue. Basically, for me personally, every time there's a new feature, there will be an ADR for it. I like the idea. It sort of builds up a nice history for me. And I then run it. So it created the front end for us. You can see here under the source features, there's the shopping cart, and it created the needed pages and the hooks and the components and all kinds of things for us. And there's the shopping cart view, is a component in itself. And let's just see, I just want to start up my web server here, and let's see how it ends up. Now, I think I've told you guys before that if you want to open up a new browser with inside your cursor, you can click on these three dots and say open browser, and then there is the link to use with the port number. I'll just copy that, paste it in there for us, and let's look at what changed? Well, first off, I can see there's now a basket button, and they've got a nice little card summary. Clear card will take things out of the basket, and you can see even the little label changed there. Add to cart, one item, add to cart. I can add more to the cart. It looks good, right? There's a lot of work to be done though. But yeah, I think this looks great. What I would like to see, if I say add to cart, that I don't see now is a little toast coming up that says added to cart. Obviously, the way this is set up, you can see it immediately. Let's look for the word. I see there's mug. I'm going to type in mug. And yes, the search worked perfectly. It only shows the mug there. Righto. So for now, I'm happy. I would like to add a toast. Let's add a toast, and then we're going to start off with creating the back end. So I'll just quickly add to our cursor. Let me open up. See there, I can have my, and I just want to make this smaller. I'll just tell it, please also create a toast that every time there's something added or removed from the shopping cart, that the little toast will come up notifying the customer that something has been added or removed from his shopping cart. Right, so that's good enough. Now I'm going to start planning the back end. I think the front end looks good. All right, I'll say spend a little bit more time on your front end. For instance, here, while it's running there, I'm going to click on the selection tool, grab this whole area, and I'm going to say, please make this euro area, make the width bigger so that I can see the full image. I knew it's going to say yellow or euro instead of euro. I just can't get this to work the way I want. Right, it's build complete successfully. Let's do that. In the meantime, as you do things, you can start, of course, go to the take this selection tool away, shop online. Let me add something, add to cart, and there we go, add it to your cart. It's nice. It stays there way too long. All right, I don't like it to do that specifically. So I want this card. Let's finish this part off. Let's go to home. Yeah, this looks better. I like it more because you get the whole thing in, but you know what? I want it even bigger. Please make the width even bigger, maybe with a 10% wider width. And the toast itself, for when we add products to the cart, should close by itself automatically, and it should stay shown for 1 second and then close. All right, so that's what I want to change. For now, I think this will be good enough. I really want to move on to what this theory is really about, right? Which is building the backends. I'm just going to create a new chat. and I'm going to say, please look in the rules files and in the skill files and so forth, and give me a full layout of the architecture we use, the frameworks we use, the icon software, everything that has been preset before we start building the backend. And I'm doing it in ask mode. So I want to see what Cursor picked up and is picking up in all the rule files and so forth in regards to what we are going to use, so that when we plan and there's additional things, so we can add it there also, or even we can add it in the rules file, so we don't even have to say anything. Okay, out, we're going to use Superbase out, RLS all the time, ADRs always. So before the back end already points to Superbase edge functions. All right, so from the front end stack, TypeScript, Tailwind, icons, Lucid, animations, GSAP. All right, so it picked up all this stuff. Anyway, we're going to use Vite, React, how icon rules will work. All right, so I'm happy. It picked up the whole architecture we're going to use. I'm also now looking at this. This looks so much better. For me, the website, you know, I still think it can be, you know, it's as if it's making the picture bigger instead of the, but you know, to save time, I'll do it afterwards. Let's go to our shop online. Let's remove this. There we go. That's remove. Better. Maybe we can change the 1 second, let's say, to 2 seconds. Yes. All right. So I now know exactly what frameworks. I made sure that Cursor know what frameworks we're going to use. And we're all ready to start building the plan. So we'll build the plan in the next video. So I'll see you there. Bye.